Hello everyone, my name is Hubert and welcome to Teach Me channel. Today we'll be looking at GCSE Maths unit conversions. So today I'll tell you about how to convert units, especially in the metric system. I will make a mention about imperial system, but we'll be focusing on the unit conversions in metric system today. And while this may seem like a simple topic, I want to show you here the system that I use to remember the conversions, how much, what is what, what converts into what and how much. And I will show you that system, how to convert surface areas, how to convert volume units, and how to convert the base units themselves. So, without further ado, let's get started. So here's the basic system that I use to remember how to convert units. So first of all, we have base unit. Your base unit is the basic unit of the type. So for example, meters are a base unit of distance, and grams are the base unit of mass, for example. That's your base unit. Liters, for example, will be your base unit for volume, and so on. And then, once we have that base unit identified, we can modify it using these different modifiers depending on whether we want bigger amounts or smaller amounts. So going up from base units, we have kilo. So for example, kilometers or kilograms. Kilo is essentially telling you 1000 times base unit, as I wrote here. So for example, 1 kilometer is 1000 meters. 1 kilogram is 1000 grams. And so on. So that's the kilo, that's the going up from base unit, that's the bigger unit. Now, there is also for mass, there is a specific unit called ton. 1 ton is equal to 1000 kilograms. That's a bit of a strange one, but other than that, in metric system, everything works like this. Now, going down from the base units, we have centi. So, for example, centimeters or centiliters. And that is 1/1000th of the base unit. So, that is going down from the base unit. So, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters, 1/100th of the base unit. So, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. And 1 liter, for example, is equal to 100 centiliters, which we often see in bottles. So that's centi. 1/100th of the base unit. Very important. So that's sort of going down. And of course, the other way around, 1 centimeter is 1/100th of a meter, as I already mentioned. Now, going down further, we have milli. So, for example, millimeters or milliliters. And that is 1/1000th of the base unit. And so, for example, here we have millimeters, and 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeters. 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligrams. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. So we are going down even further. So that's the system I use to remember the conversions. Of course, you can also convert from, for example, centimeters into millimeters. You can see a difference here of the sort of 10, so that's 10. So 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter, for example. So that's how we can easily convert between these units without having to remember everything from sort of ground up, that 1 meter is equal to this many kilometers, 1 meter is equal to this many centimeters, 1 meter is equal to this many millimeters, and so on. So you don't have to necessarily remember all of that as long as you understand this system and these amounts that the system represents. And then you'll be able to work out this yourself on the spot. So here I'm going to quickly show you some basic conversions, how we would convert these. So the way when I convert units, I like to think about it. So first thing I would do is look at it. So for example, here we are converting 8 meters to centimeters. So I will determine that there will be more centimeters than meters because centimeters are smaller. So 8 meters will give us a whole bunch of centimeters, much more than 8. So because we're going down. So I know now that we simply need to make this number bigger. And that tells me that we are converting from meters to centimeters and we're making the number bigger at the end. So what is it? Meters to centimeters. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Here we have 8 meters. So we have to multiply this by 8. So 8 times 100 will give us 800 centimeters. There we go. We converted that. Now, what if we're doing it the other way around? So here we want to convert 70 centimeters to meters. So here we are converting from centimeters to meters. So we have lots of centimeters, and at the end of it, we will have less meters. So how do we deal with that? Well, we will be dividing. If we want more, multiply. If we want less, divide. So we will divide 70 divided by 100 because the 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. So 70 divided by 100 gives us 0.7 meters. And that's the basic conversions. That's how we deal with basic conversions. Now, what about volumes and surface areas? How do we convert these values? Because they are different. They do not convert quite the same way as we convert our linear units. So, let's start with surface area. What is surface area? What is 1 meter squared? 1 meter squared is a square that has one side of 1 meter and another side of 1 meter. And we get 1 meter squared by multiplying those two together. 1 meter times 1 meter is equal to 1 meter squared. What if we wanted to convert that to centimeters? Well, the best way to do this, well, you can memorize these, but the best way I like to do this is to think about the square. So if 1 meter squared is 1 meter times 1 meter, 1 meter square is also gonna be equal to 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters. And that gives us our conversion. If we multiply 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters, that gives us 1 meter squared is equal to 10,000 centimeters squared. So that's our conversion from meter squared to centimeter squared. And that works for everything. For kilometers squared to centimeters squared, for kilometers squared to millimeters squared, as long as you keep your side length converted correctly, you can always work this out. What about volume? Well, the concept is very similar. So with the volume, we have, imagine a cube of 1 meter cubed. So one side is 1 meter, another side is 1 meter, and then the height of it is 1 meter. And we multiply all of these together, 1 meter times 1 meter times 1 meter, to give us 1 meter cubed. Well, we can convert it the same way to centimeters, just as we did with surface area. So we will do 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters. And then that will give us, if you put that in a calculator, 1 meter cubed is equal to 1 million centimeters cubed. So that's how we converted our volume. And by the same concept, that's how we converted our surface area. So this is it for today, guys. Hopefully this video helped you with unit conversions, and I hope that this system is useful for you and will help you remember things. So if you like this video, if you think that video helped you, give me a thumbs up. If you want more videos like that on math, science, such as biology, chemistry, physics, and some biomedical science, hit the subscribe button below. Don't be shy. And thank you again very much for watching. I really appreciate when you guys watch my videos. And see you next time.